In today's video, we are going to master the concept of bubble sort. First of all, bubble sort sorts the data, sorts the array in ascending or descending order. So right now on my screen, you can see there is an array with the name of MyList, which has 7 indexes. And right under it, there is a black class that has some orange content in it. And then there is an orange class that has some black content in it. And then there is another class which is called temp. So temp means temporary. So in bubble sort, what you do is you always compare the present element wherever your iteration is. Like for example, if your value of I or if your value of index is 1, you're going to always compare it with the next element. So for example, if you are on 25, you're going to compare 25 with 7. So I'm going to write the code step by step over here, and then I'm going to add iteration to it. But first of all, I'm going to start with the most important concept of bubble sort, which is swapping the value. So I'm going to start with an if condition over here, that if my list, where did my list come from? It's an array. Okay. So if my list of I is greater than my list of I plus 1. What you see over here is the array with a value with an index of I, which is not defined anywhere, but I'm just telling you that I'm going to add an iteration to it for I, 1, 2. For the range, I'll tell you what I'm going to write in a while. But let's understand the concept of swapping. So for example, you have 27 and you have 25 and 7 and you want to swap these values. Okay. How would you do this? So you can take an example of a black class which has Fanta in it and an orange class that has Coca-Cola in it. And I want to swap, like I want to put this black drink in the black class and orange drink in the orange class. How would I do this? So for this, what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to take another class and I'm going to call it temporary. I'm going to put the content of black class in the temporary class. Okay, now my black class is empty. Now the next step should be, since the black is empty now, I'm going to pour Coca-Cola in the black class. Now the orange one is empty. So now in the orange class, I'm going to place Fanta, which was in the temporary class. So this is how you swap the values. So in this case, what you're going to do is that if my list of I is greater than my list of I plus 1, then you are going to store 25 in temp, which is my list of I. Okay. And then since my list of I is empty, there is nothing on 25, though it makes a copy in actual, but just to make you understand it. So assume that 25 is empty now. So what you can do is put my list of I plus 1, which was 7, at the place of 25. And then the last thing, my list of I plus 1. Don't forget these are square brackets. And put the temporary variable value back in the my list of I plus 1. Okay. And if next I. So you still might be confused and it's just a code that you don't know how it's running. So I'll try to make it a little easy for you. So I'm going to make a copy of this data and I'm going to paste it over here and I'm going to dry run this data. So let's make a copy of it and write it down over here. Paste it over here. Okay, so in the first iteration, what I saw was that there was I, which is 1 actually. Okay, so it's over here, my list of 1. And it's being compared with my list of I plus 1, means if I has 1, it is 1 plus 1. So 1 is being compared with 2. So when there will be next I I will become 2. So 2 will be compared with 3. And 3 will be compared with 4. 4 will be compared with 5. Okay. And so on. So now let's see how it's going to run and how it's going to sort the data. Okay. So first of all, 25 was compared with, going to erase the content of this array, and I'm going to make a variable of 10. Okay. So is 25 greater than 7? Yes, it is. So put 25 in the variable of temp, paste 7 at the place of 25, and 25 back at the place of 7. Okay. So now this is the updated array where you have 25 next to 34. Okay. So when it will do next I, okay, it's going to compare 25 with 34. Is 25 greater than 34? No. Is 34 greater than 41? No. Is 41 greater than 19? Yes. So 41 would go to 10. 19 will be pasted at the place of 41 and 41 back at the place of 19. Moving on, is 41 greater than 5? Yes. 41 will again come to 10. 5 will be pasted at the place of 41 and then 41 will be placed over here. Okay, so is 41 greater than 98? No. So I'm done with one iteration. It has reached from top to bottom, but is the data sorted? No, it's not. So it means that bubble sort or sorting is always done in a nested loop. And there is one more thing that I noticed over here, that when I did the first iteration, the largest value automatically came to the bottom. Okay. And there is one more thing. I'm sorry, I'm giving a lot of information in this video, but if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment box. So over here, there is one thing that I have still not written, which is 1 to what. So in this case, what happens is that it starts with the first index, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. But when it is on the sixth index, it compares itself with the seventh one. Okay. So if I'm going to run 7 times like I usually do in all the count control loops, for loops, what's going to happen is when it is going to be on the seventh index, it is going to compare itself with the eighth index, which is wrong because I don't have eighth index and it's going to give me list index out of range, right? So I always run it. I'm going to make a variable over here of max index, which is 7. And I'm going to run it 1 to max index minus 1. Okay. So this is how it ran for the first time. And now it's going to run again. I'm going to make a copy of this part only, which is a little sorted. Okay. So now moving on again, is 7 greater than 25? No. Is 25 greater than 34? No. Is 34 greater than 19? Yes. 34 should go to 10. 19 should be pasted at the place of 34 and 34 to the bottom. Is 34 greater than 5? Yes. 5 should be placed over here, 34 over here. Is 34 greater than 41? No. Is 41 greater than 98? No. So automatically, the largest value came to the bottom, the second largest came to the second last index, the third largest value came to the third last index, and so on. And this is how it will keep on running. So what I can do is I can add another loop over here for, let's say, passes, or for j, just to make it easy because I used I over there. I know it's not meaningful, but it's okay. This one, I can also run 1 to, like I can run it 1 to max index or max index minus 1, doesn't matter. Though it is not really efficient, and I'll teach you how to make it efficient as well, that you can use in O level or AS level as well. So this is the code of bubble sort. I hope you all understood it. Before ending the video, I would just like to give you a quick recap of the most of like the important points in bubble sort. Okay. So the first thing, that whenever you see a bubble sort question or sort the data in ascending or descending order, though this one is ascending order, if you want to do it in descending order, the only thing you have to do is you have to change this sign of greater than. Okay. So for bubble sort, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Whenever I see the term bubble sort, I know that I have to use nested loop, means I need to use two for loops or while with a for. The other thing, inner loop runs max index minus one index less. And the third point is it uses swapping, right? So this is all about bubble sort. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.